Hi, this is Bill McGuire from Tutor1. Today we're going to do a little lesson on navigating on your desktop. Navigating, moving around, figuring out what's what. So first thing we're going to do is get some terminology straight again. This area, the whole area that you're looking at when you turn on your computer, is your desktop. On your desktop you've got various things. You've got folders. So I'm going to left click on a folder, move it around. You saw that probably. There's a folder. Folders are sort of like envelopes or file cabinets that you can keep other things in. So for example, I'm going to take a folder that says PDF. I'm going to double left click on it, and I'm going to wait for my computer as usual. And you'll see I've got some other files in it. I've also got some other folders in it. So I'm going to click on Math PNGs. I double left clicked on it. Here I've got a bunch of other files that are filed in it. I have no more folders inside it. So that's sort of like a file cabinet where I've got a couple of little things stored inside. Secondly, you've got files on your desktop. I'm moving a few around with my mouse here. ChemTask instructions. Okay, I'm going to click on quadratics calcs. Again, I double left clicked on it. Brought up my word processing program. And there's some information inside a file that I've placed there at some point in the past. I'm going to minimize that word processing program. It goes down to another part of my desktop, which is called my taskbar. The taskbar is along the bottom here. At the far right-hand corner is what is called the quick launch tray. If you look at the quick launch tray, I'm going to press that little double arrow, and you'll see all of the items I've got in my quick launch tray. If I hover the mouse over top of them, it'll tell me what is in the tray. There's my ChemTask recorder, Java for Windows, there's my antivirus. Okay. Now the third thing I have on my desktop are programs. A program is something that performs an operation that you want to do. So for example, I've got Acrobat Professional. I double left click on that. This is a very sophisticated and useful program for making PDF files, manipulating PDF files. What the heck's a PDF file? A PDF file is a text file generally. It's much more than that, but it's a text file that is easily transported and handled from computer to computer. So I'm going to close that down by right-clicking on it, which raises a little window. I press the mouse over top of it. I right-click, and that gives me an option to close the file, which I did. Up here by the top left-hand corner, I have something called the recycle bin. Again, I'm moving it around a little bit. Okay. When I remove a file, I guess I should create a file here. I'll open up a text document, put something into it. I'll save it by hitting on File up at the top, Save As. I'm going to save it on my desktop. You can see there's a line of things here. I go to my desktop, I click on that. I can put whatever name I want, but I'm just going to put test. Save it. Exit the program by clicking up at the top right-hand corner. I'm going to minimize the word processing file. And now I'm going to right-click on test because I want to get rid of it. I don't need it anymore. When I right-click on it, I get a list of options that I can do with the file. So for example, I could rename it by clicking on rename to junk. Now I'm going to get rid of the junk. Again, I'm going to right click on the file after I hover the mouse there. I'm going to go down to delete. I'm going to left click on delete. It says, are you sure you want to send junk to the recycle bin? So if I say yes, there, it's gone to the recycle bin. Now every so often, especially when I'm doing mass deletions, or deletions of more than one file at a time, I will delete something that I didn't want to delete, and you might do that too. In that case, you'll hover your mouse over the recycle bin, you'll double left click on it, and it'll open up. In that case, again, you find the file that you're looking for. One of the good ways to find that, by the way, if you have thousands of items in your recycle bin, is to hover your mouse anywhere on a blank space in the recycle bin. Again, right click, and you'll have some options. Arrange icons by update deleted. Usually if you've made a mistake like that and caught it, you will have deleted it recently. That will automatically put the choice fairly near the top. It'll be easy to find the file that you want to restore. So how do you restore it? Well, you can just double click on it. Let's restore EFRC setup. You just double left clicked on it and it says restore. So I click on that, hit OK. It's gone. I'll close down the recycle bin and there it is on the desktop right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click, which gives me options that I can use to deal with this file. I'm going to go down to delete and delete that setup file. Yes. By the way, when I download files from the internet, after I've installed them, I always delete the setup files for two reasons. Number one, because they tend to clutter up my desktop after a while. And number two, downloadable free files tend to be updated frequently, and you don't want an old version of the file sitting there. It's better to go research, find the download page of the file that you want to update, and get a fresh version. A fresh version might have new features on it, might be easier to use, or maybe not. Okay. I know now we're getting at the point where you're possibly, if you're new, feeling a little overwhelmed. So let's see. Right click brings up properties that I can deal with a specific icon. Right now I'm dealing with my desktop. Now I'm going to move it over the registry cleaner. I'm going to right click. There's various things I can do. I can rename it. I can delete it. I can create a shortcut for it, which we'll talk about later perhaps. That's when I want to move it to a different location on my desktop, but we'll get to that. I can copy it. I can do various things. Generally speaking, when I want to actually use the file, I will left click. What about if I get confused about which click to use? Well, just click the one you think it is. If it's not the right one, don't do anything and click the other one. So, and you only have two choices there, so it's not a big deal if you mess up. Okay. Now the final thing we're going to do right now is, as you can see, there's various file folders. We went into one and it didn't go too far. But there's one that you're going to use quite a bit, and that's called My Documents. My Documents comes with Windows, it comes with XP, I think it comes with Vista. So I'm going to double left click on that. In it you see some basic files here. You've got my music, my pictures, my documents, that's one that I put in there. Your desktop may look a little simpler than mine, but for example, let's go to Bill's Documents. Okay, there's a bunch more file folders in there. Let's go to Business. Okay, so here we've got various things organized: income tax, cleaning, stocks, etc., etc. How about Tutor? Okay, again, we've got files nested within files, within directories. So our next lesson, we'll be going over a little bit of how you can create new file folders, how you can organize with them, how you can nest within them, and organize your own life around your PC if for some crazy reason that's what you want to do. So once again, this is Bill McGuire from Tutor1, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye now.